Hello, welcome to another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace, reporting from the Hall MP here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. As you know, here over the last 8 years on the Pace Report, I've introduced as well as profiled artists and groups that are really about to break as well as set a dent in the music industry by way of our rich music, American roots music history. Tonight here at the Hall MP, I'm going to introduce you to four brothers who hail out of Atlanta, Georgia. The band Four Korners really are carrying on the great lineage of the great fusion bands from Weather Report to George Duke, Chick Corea, as well as Billy Cobham, just to name the endless few of the innovators. Now, what makes these guys very unique is that these guys are relatively young, but they also understand the rich tradition of their crafted instruments by way of keyboard, bass, guitar, as well as the drums. I had a chance to sit down with these brothers to talk about their origins growing up in Atlanta, how they were exposed to fusion music, and why they are bringing fusion music to their voice to a new generation of fans. In fact, their brand new record, their second album, which is on the Rope-A-Dope Records imprint, is entitled Portal of Gold, and I really think you guys will dig these musicians. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the official record release performance of Four Korners performing music from their brand new record, Portals of Gold, here live on the Pace Report, reporting from the Hall MP here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. fellas, describe what just happened out there tonight.
Man, every time we sit down on the stage, man, we lay it all out on the table, bro. It's all about giving the people our heart and souls through the music and playing what we love. And at the end of the day, man, that's just what it is. It's not about showing out. It's not about, all of the licks and the chops that we, practiced over the years. It's about sitting down and living in the moment, the musical moment that we, have sat down and, with these songs that we've written and really giving back love to the people. This world, man, it's in a horrible place, man. We want to be part of the solution. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way that we do it. This is us giving back, man.
This is the second record, and this is your debut with Rope-A-Dope Records. And when I first saw the video of you guys, I said, man, this George Duke is smiling right now. George Duke is literally sitting up on high, looking at you guys saying, congratulations, welcome to my world.
I mean, I have nothing to say about that. I mean, that's amazing that you would use that, that name, George Duke. That's huge, and we appreciate that.
I mean, and it's self-evident because, I see George Duke, I see Chick Corea, I see the Yellow Jackets, I see, Billy Cobham. I just saw the way you worked those drums tonight. I'm sitting up here going, wait a minute, where Billy at? It's great because I've been wondering. You said it. The world right now is in a very, very sad place, and musically, I was wondering who is going to carry the tradition forward. And when you sent me the CD and I put it on, I said, man, this is a breath of fresh air, man. I want to ask you, how did this amalgamation come together?
Well, these guys started as a band first. I've been with the band for about 3 years. So, yeah. How did you...
But what we really, really want to be able to do is tap into the feeling that we felt that made us happy and inspired when we heard, Chick Corea, Scott Henderson, George Duke, Herbie Hancock. It's the feeling behind the music that matters to us more than it is, the technicalities of being a musician per se. And from studying the guys that I've studied mainly, which has been Herbie, Duke, and Chick, what I found is there's a passion and like I said before, living in the moment behind their playing that I don't always get from a lot of other people. That's the thing that I tapped into. That's the thing that we tapped into with them. And that was back in the early 90s. And here we are in 2016. We weren't even trying to be a band. We were just a group of guys that just like to play music. And over time, it turned into this. And this is where we are.
And I just have to ask you, how did this passion for this music come together? Because you guys are trained musicians, but it seems like this is so much more than music, man. It's like there's a very unique spirit and bond between you guys on that band stage.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you saying. We just love what we do. Like bouncing back off of what T said, this is just something that we can kind of tell stories with. We're using music in a different light. It's not just something to make people dance, but it's also something to make people think. To use their minds and allow this music to take them on a journey. So that's the new twist that we're doing. And I don't really like to use the word fusion. We all came up with journey music because we think it's more of taking people on a journey or a mental ride or whatever you want to call it. But it's storytelling in music. So to take away the brand of fusion, I think it feels better to call it journey music because that's exactly what it does when people hear it. So that's my take on it.
You guys hail from the Atlanta area, and I want to know how important has Atlanta been as far as your nurturing and understanding of this music, and also just getting Four Corners off the ground from Atlanta to where you are right now here in Brooklyn, New York.
I mean, as far as like T said earlier, you know, we started out playing with different artists and stuff, and you know, started out playing R&B and you know, gospel and everything else. So as far as like, I guess having that opportunity and you know, getting to experience the different playing with different artists and stuff like that, it helped to I guess mold us as seasoned musicians. So you know, after we decided to go to the fusion direction, you know, we had more of a, I guess, an understanding and yeah, like, you know,
Atlanta's always been a very, very important hodgepodge for people of color, whether it's been in the religious sector, whether it's been in the education sector and in the medical field, but also, you know, the entertainment industry is just ridiculous. In the music scene, speech from Arrested Development was telling me that it's really like now a mini LA right now going right.
It is. It really is. But with us, you know, our music, it doesn't. I have to be honest and say that it doesn't really seem to sit well in Atlanta. Atlanta is much more of an R&B and a smooth jazz city, and I was just having a conversation outside with a guy, and a lot of times there are people in Atlanta that get the music, but Atlanta in general is not a fusion city. And so that's one of the reasons why we're so excited actually to be in New York, because this is a place where we know people get it. People are hungry for some real music and just elaborate music, and just to really sit and take it in. You know, Atlanta, a lot of people like that. You know, they want to dance, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not just what we're aiming to do. And so, being in New York right now is really, it's a great thing for us. We're very excited to be here.
Groovy town, man.
Why is it important for a young presence to extremely voice their opinion musically, what you guys are doing now? Because I'm noticing now in the music industry, music has become so mundane. Everybody's trying to emulate or not saying anything at all. And I noticed that there's a certain amount of musicians out there who are in the George Duke vein that embraced all genres of music and formed it to their terms.
That's perfect, because that's what it's about. We just had this conversation because there was a point where, we were so fed up with playing, the smooth jazz and stuff around town and the covers and the same covers over and over and over again, that we got to the point to where we were like, you know what, we don't want to play nothing else. We just want to play fusion. That's it. And we just came to, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago, and we realized, look, it's not even about the genre that we're playing anymore. It's about, we understand how to make what we play feel good. We understand, we've taken the time to really understand what music is supposed to mean when it's played. And so, like I said before, we just want to focus on, when we play, that our hearts are being shown through this music, that people can feel what we're playing. Because if they can feel what you're playing, they're gonna get with it. But we don't want to play in vain.
We saw that tonight.
Yeah. We don't want to get up on stage and just spit out a whole bunch of notes just so that people can say, "Oh my God, these guys are killing." No. If you listen to Herbie, and if you listen to Chick, if you listen to Duke, if you listen to Bob James, if you listen to Yellow Jackets, there's an expressiveness that comes with their music that does not necessarily pertain complexity in the technique of what they're doing, but there's a meaningfulness and there's an intention behind it that touches people. That's what, in my opinion, a lot of people are missing now. The youth are missing now, because it's about a catchy hook. It's about being seen. It's about being heard. It's not about really wanting to create something so pure that it really pierces someone's heart. That's what we want, man. We're not just doing this just to be famous and just for people to talk good about us. Like, we're really trying to we really want to make a difference when people hear us. We want people to really walk away with hope and love and joy and excitement and inspiration in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? To go and do whatever it is that they do, to be inspired to do that on the level that we inspire to do this.
That'll do it again for another edition of the Pace Report. I'm Brian Pace, reporting from the MP here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I'd like to congratulate and thank the members of Four Korners on their official record release debut here, performing music from Portals of Gold. Make sure you go out and buy their brand new record, which is on the Rope-A-Dope imprint. I'd like to personally thank the staff and management here at the Hall of MP here in Brooklyn. Also, please visit my website, www.thepacereport.com, for my weekly column as well as my past segments. Until next time, remember, if it's in the groove, it'll make you move. Till next time, peace.